Okay, welcome back everyone to another special episode of Yoda's Hut. I'm Bill. I go by Yoda Man on the boards, and once again, joined for commentary by Derek. Hey, Derek, how's it going?
Doing all right?
All right, so we've got some more matches from the Cary, North Carolina regional. This is the first round between Nate, who goes by Ketricel on the boards. He's on the right playing a Sith creature deck against Jeremy, who's on the left playing a kind of an odd Jedi deck here. Let me run down the deck list real quick. Nate has two Brothers of the Sith, two Dark Lords of the Sith, two Hunters of the Jedi, two Threat from the Depths, one Killing Cold, and one Fearsome and Foul. And Jeremy had the Jedi affiliation with two Sacrifice of Endor, two Spark of Rebellion, two Daughters of Tanab, one Jedi Training, one Flight of the Crow, one Hero's Trout, and one To Arms. Looks like we're started already that Nate had Dark Lord of the Sith.
When I saw those.
Yeah.
So,
So so I would have.
huh.
I didn't see if Nate actually committed Gork there. I don't see a damage being done to his objective, so
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sure
assuming he must have committed him.
yeah, or maybe they just figured it was almost a given.
Yeah.
I
And
don't know why you wouldn't commit him.
right, and so it looks like Jeremy played a Children of the Force, and then what is that? That's the thing from the Daughters of Tanab, and I can't remember what it's called. Do you
I
remember what that one
can't
is?
either, to tell you the truth.
It
I
is the
I, I
Cathar
don't reckon.
Defender.
Okay,
So it gains a gun while it's defending and it has shielding. So
okay.
so it looked like Jeremy just focused the Children of the Force with Dark Lord of the Sith reaction there,
Mm-hmm.
and the dial's going to go up to 3. Maybe Nate's got some like special force. Oh, I can sort of see it
Oh,
now. It's blending in there. It's some other force kind of card. Okay, that makes more sense.
another.
It's got a
Oh, is Yeah, I can't. Yeah, you can't see it because of the play mat. It's not
yeah,
one I recognize.
yeah,
So
it's got a hint of the Death Star on it, is what it looks like. All right, so Nate still
yeah,
only
maybe
has 4
that's it.
resources there, and that is Endless Hunger. It looks like. Is that what that is, or is that?
I think so. I'm
It's
I'm
hard to.
still so unfamiliar with the creatures. I've got a creature deck. I built it. I have yet to play it. So
They're pretty fun. Yeah, I think that's Endless
everybody,
Hungers.
yeah, everybody plays it against me. So I just haven't done it myself.
Yeah, and then he's putting out a Dragon Snake, which you actually can just play at any time with an action there. And Endless Hunger is after an enemy unit is destroyed during engagement, which you control one or more participating creature units. You can return a creature unit from your discard pile to your hand, so you can just kind of recycle things like Ice Trompers or anything else you're having to get rid of. And he's left Hunters of the Jedi open there also, so
Yeah. Well, at
not
the
that it
very
really
least, it
matters.
lets you recycle edge cards back into your hand. There are a fair
Exactly.
amount of creatures that have, a couple edge pips. So when you're able to go and get one or two of them extra each turn, that tends to add up.
Yep. Looks like during deploy, Jeremy's going to use Kanan's concentration on the Children of the Force. And I guess he'll be going to conflict now. With telepathic connection out, then Gore can strike and pull people into the fight, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he really wants to do that. I think Nate's probably better off just
Yeah.
sitting back and defending here.
Yeah, it
Uh,
depends if he wants to get rid of the something.
yeah, well, he's going to swing at Spark. It looks like he's going to make the Children of the Force come in.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of surprised he did that because Gork wouldn't have been able to grab him if he'd have left him focused.
Yeah,
Although Kanan's concentration is not really doing anything anyway. Um, yeah, I mean, like I saw no reason for him not to block with the other guy. It does give him a shield there though, so
yep. So he's going to shield Children of the Force, but I wonder if Nate's going to have some shenanigans going on. And what is that? That is, it binds all things.
he just returned the top
Top card
card
from
from his discard
discard.
pile.
Yeah. So we've got an edge battle here.
Yeah.
And I got to think maybe if Nate's attacking, he might have pick to drop him in.
Well, it's just the simple fact that Spark is over there and he doesn't have much to defend with. You got to get rid of Spark as quick as possible.
So it looks like it was Jeremy won that edge battle. So he's going to swing with the Cathar defender, hit Gork, and I wonder if actually hits Gork for 2, and there's Pick. So Pick will have a gun, and Gork can protect Pick. So I wonder if Nate will try to take out the Children of the Force here to keep him from looking at it. He's going to shoot at the Cathar defender and get rid of that, it looks like.
I think I might have tried with the tactics first on.
Well, he wouldn't have the tactics. He lost the edge, so he didn't have the tactics.
Yeah, or with the I don't know which unit I would have wanted to get rid of more. The Children just work so good with Spark out there; it's really annoying.
Right, so he's going to shoot and hit Gork, and now Nate's going to be able to drop Pick back in because Gork took damage, and he'll be able to kill the Children of Force now too. So he's going to shoot for 1 with Pick, do a damage, and then Gork should finish him off here. And he'll get the unopposed.
That's what I was thinking ultimately, was that you were going to, Pick was going to swing twice. So
right. And he's using Threat from the Depths, or Hunters of the Jedi, I mean, that lets you drop in a Force user or something after a Force. Oh yeah, after a Force user or Force sensitive unit's destroyed, you can put a Sith card into play from your hand. So he got to drop in the Terratenic. Those are beefy units there.
What was destroyed?
The Children of the Force is Force sensitive.
Oh, that's right, because you can do it with your opponent's unit also.
Yeah, just anything. So he committed the Dragon Snake, pass turn to Jeremy here. And so if anybody's watched some of the previous games, I played Jeremy in the last round of Swiss. This is the first round of Swiss when Nate played him, and I just thought his light side deck was so janky.
Well, you've said that he likes to bring crazy stuff, and
he does.
You can make it work from time to time, but it is tournament play. I love building the fun decks, but I don't build them for the tournaments.
Right. And I think it's a bad matchup for Jeremy here with all these creatures against his very low health units, really, for the most part, with the deck that he has.
Yeah, so. And there's, theoretically, you don't even really need to attack. He could just sit there with a bunch of creatures and play defense.
Yeah.
And the Spark deck there just isn't going to have much of a way to get rid of him unless he gets his one with the Force.
Right.
But that will only even give him just one go at it. So
Jeremy is trying to figure out what he can do against Nate's wall of creatures here. The Terratenic has 3 guns and 3 black guns. The Dragon Snake has 2 black guns. It's like...
That's kind of how the creatures work. They got a lot of guns, but they have very little blast. So you really don't have to worry about counterattacks too much when you're playing against them. It's only something like Gork, that's going to do much to you.
Yeah. There is Surrenda from Daughters of Tanab. And so when she's destroyed or sacrificed, you can search your deck for an event card, reveal it, and add it to your hand. And she's got a gun and a black blast and 2 force pips. So,
and she has three health, doesn't she?
Yeah, she has 3 health too.
Yeah.
And they're going to conflict. He's going to have to focus. Surrender. Yeah. And there's not a lot Jeremy can do here. The dial's going to go to 5. Nate's definitely set up a pretty good wall here. Probably about the only bad thing is Gork's already taken 3 damage, but he can probably kind of prevent that Gork from getting
unless he sparks in a blocker here. Gork is going to do 3 damage to Spark. Pick is going to do targeted strike and put a tactics on Surrender, who I do not believe is elite.
No, she isn't.
So,
and there's a Tukata, another creature unit there.
Yeah,
and
another tactics.
3 for a Sith worm. So that has some blast. So You don't see him hit the table quite as much because they're kind of good for edge, just pitch them, recycle them, cycling things. But at this point where he's got kind of a clear board to swing at, throw him in, get some blasts. So
hmm Yeah, I'd send Gork at Spark, and I'd probably send him at the probably the bottom location, just because I don't think he's ever going to get 3 Ewoks on the table to make use of the top one.
no, probably not. I think sacrifice at Endor is not going to do much for him unless he starts
No.
flipping in a bunch of Ewoks.
Well, even with that, you got Pick out there with his targeted strike, who's
Yeah.
virtually unkillable with Gork on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't foresee many Ewoks in the future.
No,
At least not ones that are going to last more than a turn.
probably not. So let's see. He's got Jedi Mind Trick. He's going to Jedi Mind Trick Gork. I guess that's before conflict, before or actually during the conflict, so he just gets the unopposed. Well, that's cute.
I'd have done it before he went to
Yeah,
conflict if I had that, because
right,
there's obviously no reason for Gork not to attack there.
right. So he's going to attack and get a damage on Surrender and Focuser with Pick, and get a damage on Jedi Training, and I think you send the
Yep.
worm in and get a couple more damage on the other thing.
Yep. And leave the
Oh,
rest for blocking.
nope, he didn't attack with the worm. I'm a little surprised.
Hmm.
I mean, I know it's another blocker, but
You got 3 blockers. You got 3 guns, 2 guns, and a gun with the tactics. I don't think you're in that much danger.
it looks like Jeremy tried to hit with Spark and failed to do so. And maybe he's deciding if he wants to discard something.
He better. At the very
Looks
least.
like he's scooping. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess that was just such a lopsided game. He figured there wasn't much he could do. So Nate got a win right here on first round against Jeremy there. Wasn't
Well,
expecting
his
that. I gotta
only
admit.
hope really was to get one with the Force, and even that would have just reset the board. But
Right.
he wouldn't have been in very good shape. So,
Yeah. Oh, my ally is the Force. That's what you mean.
or yeah,
Yeah, I was
my
trying.
ally.
We've been playing too much Destiny there, Derek.
Yes, they have.
So Nate got a win there. So he has got 3 points on this first game against Jeremy. So again, good win for him. That just shows how powerful that creature deck stuff can be. And it looks like they're getting ready to start game 2 here. I don't know if they restarted the camera or what. I guess we'll find out. Maybe we'll just stay tuned here for a second, see what happens. If they started it fresh with the second game or not.
Hmm. It beats me.
All right, wait.
Unless it's a really short game.
Yeah, I thought he had started the camera again, so maybe they just didn't stop it and start it yet.
uh,
But let's just see to make sure. See what
okay.
happened.
Yeah, they're just shuffling
Or maybe
out.
they're just
So
getting set up or something. But yeah, that definitely showed how powerful Sith creatures can be, especially against something that's a little more janky there. Jeremy just couldn't do anything. None of his tricks were going to work when you're faced with first turn Gork. That just that's kind of a
Well,
tough
I
wall
mean,
to
the
get
creature
through.
deck is pretty straightforward in the build now. It seems like the obvious one to include with it is Vader.
Right.
Works really well in there. I've seen other incarnations with stuff like Sate and things for a little bit more recursion and whatnot. But yeah, you got a basic, like a kind of an obvious 6 or 7 pods that you put in, kind of like you do with Scum, and then the rest are just kind of up to you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, so it looks like they're drawing up here. So as we're going to game 2 of this first round, so Nate is playing a Rebel deck that also has Yoda in it. It's 2 defense, Yavin 4, 2 command and control, 2 solidarity of spirit, 2 capital covered, 2 may the force be with you. And Jeremy had a Scum deck that I think was a little bit more standard. He always has a little bit of something odd in there, but he's got 2 slave trade, 2 hunters, 2 his high exaltedness, 1 hive of scum and villainy, that's Greedo, 1 Jabba's reach, 1 masterful manipulation, and 1 I don't like you either.
Hmm.
And they're flipping up there. Is that Hunters? I can't tell what he's got. Got too far.
Yeah,
I see
Hunters,
Slave
I'm pretty
Trade,
sure is the top.
and maybe his High Exaltedness, and there's Capital Cover. May the Force be with you, and Solidarity of Spirit. And he's going to drop in Independence for free. And I wonder if Jeremy's got something good to drop in, like Dengar or something. He's going to drop in Bausch. That's not bad.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. So Dial's at 1 as we get started here in game 2 of round 1.
Well, the one good thing is he doesn't, at least, well, I guess he could. I was going to say he doesn't have the resources to play home one, but I guess he could do it if he used Independence.
Yeah, well, and Independence reduces the cost of the
That's
capital
right,
ships by
yeah.
1, so yeah, he wouldn't even need that focus Independence.
Yeah, turn 1, Independence home 1 is pretty hard to get around,
And
especially when you get the capital cover where
I
you're
think we're
going to
going
have
to
your
see
shields up
there's
there.
Jabba hitting the board.
That is always very brutal to
Yeah, and
deal
if
with.
he's got some other cheap bounty hunter in there, he's got Greedo set, and he could play him for free and get him in.
There's a lot of two-cost
Yeah,
good stuff now that are in the Scum decks, but
now, it looks like he is going to play the Slaver holding cells, and I guess Nate's going to let him put it out. So they meant to
yeah.
do that first. That was nice of Nate. So, I mean, he certainly could have played it, and then he can commit and take one off there. I'll have more resources next turn.
Mm.
So see if Jeremy can kind of hold him off here with all these capital ships. And wonder if he'll commit Jabba or if he's spending 2 to play Yoda. You seek Yoda, it looks like. So now
Yep.
go to 2.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with the capital ships. I mean, you got so much blast, but a lot of them don't have that many guns. So
Right.
something like Jabba, who's got 2 black tactics, is one of the better units you could put out at this point.
Yeah.
Defensively, like you have no qualms about putting him in the way to block Independence, for example.
Right. So he's going to commit Bausch and take balance here. Take one off Slaver holding cells. And he'll pass turn to Nate. Nate's going to capture something with slave trade, too. I wonder what he got. No, Nate's only got.
He's going to be giving it right back.
Yeah, he's only got 2 resources. Well, he's got 3 with Independence, and he could get the discount with Independence. So let's see what Nate does here. He's going to play a Dagobah Training Grounds.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like for 2, he's going to play one of those M20, so I guess he gets a discount on that. That's the ships from Capital Cover, if I remember right.
Yeah, and that I believe is that the one that reduces the cost of the next ship you play as well, or am I thinking of one of the Independence ships?
No,
or
I think
something?
that's the light cruiser that lets you move a shield from a card to that unit, and it has a white tactics on them.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's which one that is.
Here comes the Horde.
Yeah, they send them all in. And he's got a shield. I think he shields Yoda, right? He's got 2 shields. That's right, because the other thing's a capital ship, too. So he's got the capital ship. Yeah, so he's got Independence, Yoda, and a card. Oh, man. I don't know if you get in the way now, because if he wins Edge, he's got enough guns to kill Jabba.
Yeah. I would assume he's probably, let's see, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He only has 5 damage. I would assume he'd go after Hunters anyway.
Right. Yeah, I would think so too. Just get take the 5 there and not worry about it. I mean, he's going to get balance back anyway with Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jeremy is going to block with Jabba. That's interesting. Well, he definitely needs to win Edge then with this block.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Nate's put 3 in. He's almost gone all in. Jeremy's still got a couple cards left.
I think he is all. Oh, no, he doesn't.
I think he's got 1 card left.
Prince's Scheme would be good right now.
Yeah, but I don't think he had Zizor in his deck.
I thought you said he had 1.
Oh, he does. Yeah, so it looked like he had 6 there. I didn't see how much Nate had. I missed it.
I did not either. I was
So,
looking to see what Jeremy had.
I think Jeremy want Edge because it looks like Nate put
Yeah.
out focus things to get focused down here. Well, I think you have to put him on Yoda or else Jabba's going to die.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could. Yeah, you have to put him on Yoda, and he's not going to use the shield. It doesn't look like.
Yeah, there's no reason to.
Yeah. I think our video is about to end here, Derek.